week, we've been discussing the increasing fragility of food security around the world. Today, we hear from Community Jameel, a charitable organisation which works with academic institutions to address multiple challenges. Over in Dubai, Dan Murphy spoke to the organisation's director, George Richards, who explained how its programmes are using science, technology and data to help navigate the many threats facing food systems in 2022.
The Jameel Observatory uses data to monitor, forecast, and give early warnings of outbreaks of hunger in the communities of Eastern Africa, with the goal of allowing communities themselves, but also governments, to take early action, what they call forecast-based action or anticipatory action, and get ahead of these oncoming outbreaks of hunger, and so prevent them escalating to the worst possible crisis that they could be. The Jameel Observatory uses a very wide range of data, from remote sensing and satellite imagery down to household economic data, literally how much does a family spend on its food, in order to build a complex model which hopefully allows us to understand when the pressures are coming, whether it's from climate change, for example, droughts might be increasing in severity and frequency because of climate change. This is one area in response to the growing food insecurity around the globe. The other is called the Jameel Index. And this was launched just the other week, working with a consortium of partners, even here in the UAE at United Arab Emirates University, to use data and build models that understand how trade vulnerabilities can impact food security, and ultimately to inform governments and other stakeholders how they can mitigate those risks. And I think that's another a challenge that we're seeing, compounded by conflict, but also from climate change and other pinch points in the global supply chain, whether it's the pandemic's impact or we saw the blockage of the Suez Canal last year. And so the Jameel Index, we hope, will provide a valuable resource for decision makers in trying to strengthen resilience in the face of trade vulnerabilities and food security.
Are you concerned that poverty might become more widespread, particularly in developed economies, as we see this multitude of issues continue to play out here?
Definitely. I think that the food insecurity challenges that we see, for example, in Eastern Africa or the Middle East, North Africa region, they might be acute in those parts of the world now, but there's nothing necessarily to prevent these spreading to all parts of the globe, including the global north. And actually, the work of the Jameel Index is global, and it's taking a global view and looking to inform governments, including in North America, in Europe, and so on. And hopefully we'll be able to work with governments around the world to ensure that data and evidence is used to inform policy making, as I said, not just in the global south, but also in the global north.